Hey everybody, Tim here for another WandaVision. It's Thursday, super excited. Season 1, Episode 8, previously on. So, I want to actually play the devil's advocate a little bit because this is the first long episode we've had. 42 minutes, and it didn't need to be. Like, I loved it. I thought it was great. Spoilers. Lots of spoilers. Obviously, don't watch this if you haven't seen it yet. So, if you took out, like, the first 20 or so minutes, you wouldn't really lose anything. Like, it's still really well done. It's great writing, great cinematography. It flows amazing, but it's not needed. Like, it's, to be honest, and I'll talk about it as I kind of go through it. The opening scene you absolutely do need, where you see Agatha at, like, the Salem witch trials, or so you think, and then, because everybody's expecting her to get burned, but then when it ends up being her coven, you're like, ooh, what is this? So, which, realistically, the character that she calls Mom, don't know if it actually is or not, but, like, seriously, if you're seeing Agatha draining the power from everybody, why are you going to start attacking? Because obviously she's just going to do it to you too. So, already, okay. Once they start going into the flashbacks, that's where literally you don't need it. You could cut all of it out. It's all just prequel, previously on filler information. And so my husband watches this show with me, and he's seen all of the Marvel movies because I made him watch them. But at the same time, he usually just kind of like looks up from his phone, he's like, okay, and then goes back to it. Literally, like every flashback, I'm like, oh, this is going to happen. And then it did. And he's like, okay, so why is this a thing? Like, he loved this episode too. But like the first flashback, when it's them with kids, and I was like, okay, so there should be a missile, and then there should be a second missile that's a dud, and it's going to say Stark on it, and of course all of it happens. And then when Agatha's like, so how long did you wait? I'm like, they waited 2 days. And she's like, 2 days. And Jordan's just like, how did you, what? And I was like, Age of Ultron. Like, they told you all of this. You don't need to see it. Like, it's interesting. And I love when they open up the DVDs and you see things like the I Love Lucy and Malcolm in the Middle and then the Dick Van Dyke Show, all the series that we've commented before. But the whole thing isn't needed. Seeing Wanda get her powers. Like, if they had added something, like seeing Pietro also get his powers, or seeing Von Strucker come back, that would have been kind of interesting. But to just see Wanda with the scepter and 2 nameless goons, it didn't add anything. I didn't need to see it. I didn't care. The Avengers compound, again, so we know that this is before Endgame, but after Ultron. Seeing Vision and Wanda together is kind of cute. It's nice. Didn't add anything. Like, literally, if you take those 3 flashbacks, boom, gone. You don't miss anything. But it does make for a nice flow. It is very, very interesting. I just wish they had given us more, given us something to kind of bait into it a little bit, like actually seeing Aaron Taylor Johnson as Pietro get his powers as well, or something. But instead it just kind of just drags a little bit, for me at least, because I'm like, I already know this, let's go. Once we get to the body scene, that is where, boom, everything explodes. So excited. Hayward basically gave her the idea of everything. And like watching them dismember or whatever, like Vision, I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Which literally, like, Hayward had footage of her stealing the body. So I was like, did she steal the body or did she not steal the body? Like, I'm so fucking confused. At least as I was watching it. And then the whole house to grow old in, that's when you piece everything together and you're like, oh my God, it's so fucking sad. As we get to the end, I'm so excited. Like, I am loving this show so much. To see Speed and Wiccan are still alive, Billy and Tommy, I was so happy because I was like, did she kill them? Are they just figments? Are they going to disappear? I hope that they survive this series. I hope that, like, they do a Young Avengers movie and keep going. I cannot wait. I hope they make it through this. But who knows? They finally said, I had my Peter moment where it's like, they said the title! Where, Agatha's talking and she's like, you are the Scarlet Witch. And I was like, ah! Like, because again, to go back to Hayward's a couple episodes ago, he's like, she doesn't have any names, she doesn't have any funky nicknames or anything. Well, she's the Scarlet Witch. So we finally get the title. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Little post-credit scene of seeing them do the revived Vision, which is from the comics. If I remember, Hank Pym put him back together and he was white. He was Ghost. He wasn't Vision anymore. He was the Ghost. And so I'm super excited to see where that's going to go. I mean, we still have so much. Like, Darcy's still in there. The Pietro is in there. Rambo's still in there. Like, so much is still going on. And we got like one episode left. Like, oh my God, y'all, this is killing me. Super, super excited. Absolutely loving this. And so much to dissect, so much to talk about. What did you guys think? Like, what do you think of Agatha? Very, very different than the comics. So what did you think about Agatha? What do you think about, like, the flashbacks? What do you think about, like, the Scarlet Witch, the ghost? What do you think of all of it? I need to talk about this. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I will see you guys next week.